All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Money Monday. As always, a lot to go over. Definitely drop your questions in chat. Let's get right to work. I got markets down big, but like usual, penny stocks don't care. So YVR right off the bat. YVR. Whoa! So this just looks like, what do we got here? Oh, gaming. Love gaming. So number one, what do I like right off the bat? Thank you, Masum. We got gaming. We got a low float stock. We got multi-month breakout. Love it. Love it. Retro throwback games. What do we got here? Oh, wait. Throwback is the name of the game. So, Dirt Tracks FX. So anyway, I'm very bullish gaming. You got low float. You got good volume. As usual, I would say let this kind of top out. Standard dip and rip. What we look for on these types, and I'll go quickly, but I like to caution everybody on that first initial spike. Okay. Now, if you're aggressive, fire away. I mean, if pre-market trading works for you, if you're aggressive, I'm assuming you're a newer trader. I always caution you buying that initial spike when the news hits. What we love to see on that, dip and rip style, okay? Let's say the green line's the market open. What we like to see is that pullback into the market open, and then that break of the high of the day. You know what I'm going to say. Ideally, 9:45 or later. Now, again, it's just the standard piece of crap, low float stock with high volume. So let me save that. YVR, dip and rip. But you got to wait for the top. Well, you don't know it's the top. You got to wait for some sort of topping action, I should say. I mean, right now, it's straight vertical. So, what is the best time frame to study? Man, that's a big question. But what I would say is I can never recommend this book enough. I mean, that's a big... I am 22223. I'm not like skipping your question. That's just a big question for a 15-minute webinar. But I say this all the time. I cannot recommend this book by Brian Shannon enough. Go to the Steady Trade podcast with Brian Shannon if you want a free introduction. Episode 141 is an episode with Brian. Brian's a great guy. The podcast was really fun, and I cannot recommend that book enough. I think it is a must read. So just Google Steady Trade, Brian Shannon. All the links are there. So, DSS had an insider buy Friday. Lot of share. Big insider buy. Where is it? So yeah, so Chang Feng Phi Ambrose, but acquired 600,000 shares. I mean, when you're talking a lower float stock, that's a big insider buy. And we got a, kind of a choppy chart. Jeez. I would have liked a cleaner chart on DSS, but that's a big insider buy. So, whoops, let me get to my notes. YVR, dip and rip, whiteboard drawing done, DSS, huge insider buy, choppy chart, but I mean, I hate to be so repetitive, but it's a dip and rip again. So, dip and rip style over, seven's a big breakout. So, $7 big breakout. Mike Forsey asks about SELB. Spiked late Friday. Wow. So this moved Friday at 7 p.m. Why? Oh, wait. We got another. Well, that's a early Friday filing. Geez, that's a nice breakout over 3. So I would call this a VWAP hold as long as it can hold on to 3. So SELB, super late spike Friday night. Let's see if this can hold VWAP through the day and perk into the afternoon. Already talked about DSS. Imminent Liberty asks about GHSI. Sorry, Imminent Liberty. No volume, no range, no news. Sorry, my man, but nothing on GHSI. JMIA. So this is that. This is the quote-unquote Amazon of Africa. Andrew Left Citron Research came out bullish. This, many of you know, I'm a huge fanboy of Andrew Left. Wonder if I can find the Left. Andrew Left T-Bowen Instagram. Will that work? Nope. Shoot. Anyway, I wanted to show the selfie of me and Andrew Left, but it was like 2 years ago. Anyway, I'm very, very much respect Andrew Left at Citron Research. He came out bullish on this. This would be more of a swing type setup. And what do we look for on swing type setups? If it's above VWAP into the afternoon, that's your cue. Citron bullish. The Amazon of Africa. Look for afternoon perks over VWAP for a swing setup. Rogero Paulo asks, is $500 enough to start trading? Well, Rogero, not really. Now, Rogero, here's what I want you to do. And anybody out there with $500, your goal is to learn. Now, Rogero, can you start trading and really make like legit, quote unquote, legit money? You're going to struggle. But here's the thing. This is my opinion, Rogero. If you've got $500 of free cash, you can paper trade. You can learn. Listen, I've got hundreds of YouTube videos, hundreds of podcasts, hundreds of live sessions just like this. So what I would tell you is spend that $500 on books. I just recommended a $75 book by Brian Shannon, and I think it's worth every penny. So just being real, Rogero, no is probably the answer. But can you buy a bunch of books? Can you study your butt off? Paper trade? And this is what I always say. Start putting money away right now. If you can put away $50 a week, Something I talk about a lot. I mean, I steal this from Gary Vaynerchuk, okay? I'm a huge fan of Gary Vaynerchuk. Sell a bunch of crap you don't need, I mean, I always, for some reason, I've never owned a motorcycle, but I always bring up a motorcycle. Sell your motorcycle. If you got an old iPad, sell it. If you're subscribing to Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime, cut those expenses. So, anyway, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you can learn. And here's the thing, and I'll move on. Start learning now. One of my favorite quotes is, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. There's nothing stopping you from watching YouTube videos, buying books, getting on these live streams, etc. So, and then in a year, maybe you got a couple grand saved up. Maybe you got $5,000 saved up. That, 5-10 grand, you can start making some things happen. So, anyway, Grill. Total BS press release, but you guys probably know what I'm going to say. So this is a meal prep company. This one spiked back in the beginning of the stay-at-home order. So you got a recent runner. You got 4 million float. It's traded 7 million shares in pre-market. You had some BS news Friday night. If this can break 3 on volume, there's your trade. So, Grill, total POS and BS news, but low float and great volume. Push over 3 sends this. LLIT. Well. Oh, wait. Newegg. So we got some news with Newegg, huh? Man, Newegg's still around? I kind of forgot all about Newegg. I used to buy back in my business, we did a lot of networking and PC building. We used to buy all kinds of stuff from Newegg. Forgot they even existed. We've seen these for whatever reason. Last week we had several of these, weird Chinese merger things run. So I would say this, not my favorite play, but guess what? It's a low flow stock. It's got news. So I will leave you with this. Watch over 850. These merger plays were hot last week. All right, guys, I'm going to run. I had a busy morning this morning. I got to go eat my 6 poached eggs. I didn't get breakfast yet. So I'm gonna bail a minute early. Have a great day. Definitely check out the book by Brian Shannon. Okay, Google Brian Shannon Steady Trade Podcast. It's free. And then I say buy the book and read it. I still have it. I mean, that's the funny thing. Check this out. This was not staged at all. 100% not staged. The book's right here on my desk. Look at all those Post-it notes. So anyway, check out this Steady Trade team. I'll be over at T-Bowen. Oh, and trigger warning, because I know everyone hates this, but I only have one Instagram account. Stocks to Trade only has one Instagram account. No dashes, no underscores, no hyphens, okay? At TBOHEN, at stockstotrade.com, or that's it. Those are the only two. I had a bunch of people messaging me all weekend about T-Bowen underscore. There is no underscore. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.